Tonight's Freedom Face-Off will be with Josiah and his opponent, Manny. This will be for the 67 interim Freedom United States Championship. Without further ado, let's invite both fighters in. Hope everybody's ready for this fight. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this fight will become the interim United States champion. Manny in the house.
Hey, Robbie, how you doing?
Good, brother. How's everything with you?
Great, thankfully, man. I can't complain.
Nice haircut.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. It got too damn hot.
I hear that, man. I hear that.
Yeah.
Let's wait for your opponent to get in. Ah, man. Darius, too many. I think 14. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We already got a lot of people in the live. This is going to be a very, very, very exciting fight. Two of the best fighters in the country will be fighting to become the interim USA Freedom Champion. I'm going to try to invite Josiah one more time. Josiah, if you're available, please accept the live. What's going on, Josiah?
Hey, what's up, Rami?
Good, man. And so let's kick this thing on. So, Josiah, you first, please. Tell us your name, where you're from, your age, and why you started Muay Thai.
I'm Josiah Pila. I'm from Michigan. I train out of Proving Grounds in Shelby Township, Michigan. I started Muay Thai just because, honestly, I got into MMA at first, and then I took a Muay Thai fight to get ready for MMA, and then I just kind of fell in love with it. I'm like, all right, I'm going all in on Muay Thai.
How old are you?
28.
28, and when did you start?
I started about 2 years ago.
Awesome. So you had a quick start then?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Manny, same thing for you. Tell us your name, your age, where you're from, and why you started Muay Thai.
Yeah, Manny Fernandez is my name. Yeah, we got that much in common, man. I started off with MMA too, and I always liked striking more. Something about striking is just, I love it, man. I love it. It's like a chess match, you know? So
how old are you?
I'm 23. I just turned 23 a few days ago.
And when did you start?
Technically fighting when I was 18.
Okay, so about 5 years into it.
Yeah.
So both of you kind of started for MMA or with MMA. Josiah, is that what made you start this thing? Like, you want to become an MMA fighter?
Yeah, just about. I was always a big martial arts fan, and I wrestled in high school, and I'm super into competition. I'm super competitive, and I really miss competition. So I'm like, you know what? I want to get into a martial art, start competing again. But
do you have any MMA fights?
Say what?
Do you have any MMA fights?
No, sir.
So you started for MMA, but you are now a Muay Thai fighter.
Indeed.
So are you planning on coming into MMA and fighting MMA?
No. As of right now, no. I like Muay Thai.
You're Muay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Muay.
So now, Manny, same thing for you. Do you have MMA fights or?
Yeah, I have 5 MMA fights. The first year I was training, I did all MMA fights.
And are you still in MMA, competing in MMA?
No, not actively, but I'll be back one day.
Okay. We have a question. I guess I'll ask it right now. So you both did MMA. What made you leave? Josiah first.
What made me leave? Muay Thai is really fun. It's fast paced. It's like a high intensity chess match. I like jiu-jitsu, but it just gets a little boring every now and again. Sorry, Jason. But yeah, Muay Thai is just more up my alley. It's fast paced. It's fun.
Some I don't know if it's cliche, but they say there's no tapping out in Muay Thai.
Oh no, sir.
What about, same question for you, Manny? I guess maybe you didn't leave MMA, but you're in Muay Thai more now. So why?
The culture. I think the culture aligns more with who I am as a person.
That seems to be the case, even if you go to MMA shows. Sorry if I disappoint anybody with this, but if
Alcohol, screaming.
You see it automatically when you go to an MMA show versus a Muay Thai event. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I've been in both worlds.
Josiah, this question is for you. How many fights do you have?
I have 12 fights.
12 fights. I believe you're 11-1, correct?
No, sir. I am 9-2-1.
9-2-1.
Sure.
How about you, Manny? What's your record?
12-1 in Muay Thai.
12-1. Mm-hmm. So, first question I will have for Josiah. What would you say your biggest fight has been so far?
Probably my fight in Thailand. Fighting at Lumpini Stadium is probably
doesn't get bigger than that, brother.
Probably takes the cake.
Doesn't get bigger than that.
Yeah, that was a great experience, life-changing.
Did you have much of a training camp for it, or?
Yeah, I trained at PK Sanchai for a couple months before the fight. Funny thing, I think Manny went to PK Sanchai as well when he was in Thailand. I think he had the same trainer as me as well, Tor. I'm not sure, but
man,
he was a kick-ass
trainer. He was screaming. Yeah. He was screaming at me.
Yeah. He cared about the fighters, even the Falan, the foreigners. He cared about them. So I had a really good experience fighting in Thailand.
That's awesome. One of the fans right now tuning in said, "I witnessed that fight in Thailand. Josiah is relentless." Indeed, I know that's your style. Indeed. Same question for you, Manny. What would you say your biggest fight has been thus far?
My 2 fights in IFMA. About a month ago.
Why?
International competition. And just it also following my first national title. It's like it really showed me where I was at, which I needed to know from day one.
Indeed, I mean, to both of you, you guys are under the radar, but I promise you, after July 8th, you won't be. You guys, Josiah, when I first saw you, like, I heard of you, because I'm, I scout a lot of fighters all throughout the country, but when I got to see you, you showed you're way better than what you are on paper. You're like somebody that has 30, 40 fights. And that's something that is very impressive. And we are trying our best to make sure that everybody knows who Josiah is. I know you will do your part come July 8th. What can we expect from you different than you had your last fight on Freedom when it was a draw?
Much better cardio. I've been getting that on point. Strength and conditioning. Shout out to the MMA doc. He's been helping me out with that. And you're just gonna see a relentless war.
I will get back to all the questions. I tried my best to get back to the questions that's going on live, but let's continue that same question, same idea for Manny. So Manny, same thing. I knew you were going to be a special fighter when I first saw you on Freedom. I don't know if you remember. I told you that right after the fight, and you also, just like Josiah, you were somebody that on paper you were better than what you were. You showed like you had more experience, and you showed that in both of the times that you fought on Freedom against people who are more experienced than you. What can we expect from you different in this interim USA title fight?
I don't know if you'll see much different, honestly. I don't do too much. I do what I need to win, and that's it.
That's really what you need to do, honestly, all the time. That's without a doubt. As long as it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll go back to the questions now from the fans. A few people actually asked this question already, so I'm going to ask it. How are you preparing for this upcoming title fight? Josiah first.
I got strength and conditioning, sprints, an endless amount of reps, always. We've been training at least 4 hours a day, putting in the work. I've been trying to piggyback off of Thailand and just constantly, every day. Like this is all I do. I don't have like a day job. I quit that like a year ago and dove all into Muay Thai. I teach Muay Thai. I live Muay Thai. That's all I do. We're doing rounds on pads, sparring. We're doing it all.
Same question for you, Manny. What are you doing training-wise for this title fight?
A lot of training and a lot of visualization.
Next question for you guys. This is from Rafael. It's actually for you, Josiah. He said, are you planning on coming back to 154?
No, but if he wants to fight at 154 someday, I will.
I hear that. I hear that. So there you go, Rafael. So this is going to be, before I say, who are these guys, trainers? So they want to know about your trainers. Josiah first. Let us know your trainer.
The Wizard, Nick Bismack. He's the best in the Midwest. I'd like to say best in the nation, actually. But he's a lot with me in the past 2 years.
That's awesome. Manny?
Crew Jose Aguiar. That man has taught me so much. It's awesome. I love being there.
Shout out to both of your trainers.
Shout out to
While we're on this topic of trainers, do your best. Josiah and Manny, do your best to remember them not on your good days. Remember them when shit goes wrong. Because fighters nowadays, I'm sorry, but fighters nowadays, the moment that something goes wrong and a trainer does something that upset the fighter, they turn their back and say, oh, the coach is no good to me. He's treating me bad. Do not forget all the good days. Do not forget everything. Do not forget that they taught you how to hold your hands up. They taught you how to stand. They taught you how to move. They spent time with you when they could have done something else that was benefiting to them. So do yourself a favor to remember your trainers. I know you guys are respectful, and I know you respect your coaches. But when things go wrong, do your best to remember them. That's what loyalty is. Loyalty is even when things are going wrong, you stay loyal.
Thank you.
I know that's not a problem for both of you guys, but I don't know if you guys see it. Fighters nowadays, they leave. They bounce around the moment that something goes wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You see it a lot.
Is this something that you, Josiah, have seen before? In the Midwest?
Here and there. I really haven't been in the game very long, though, to be honest.
That's true. You only been in the game for 2 years, but
yeah,
you know, hopefully with time, you will grow more to understand and keep the respect that you have for your coach. How about you, Manny?
always. I'm with him. I'm with him to the end.
I'm sorry.
That's good to know. We're holding you to it, Josiah. Manny?
Yeah.
Same idea. Do you have you seen this happen with fighters?
Yeah. I mean, especially in MMA, people just jump around a lot. They want to get different looks and all that, which I get. But I've always had more success being loyal to one trainer and having complete trust in him and him having complete trust in me. And that's what we have here.
Josiah, this goes to you now. You were set to fight the USA champion, Taj Rueda, and due to his injury, this is now an interim title fight.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean to you?
It's not a whole lot different, to be honest. Manny's good. He's ranked first in the nation, and to have a chance to beat him is exciting. I'm excited for this. Very excited for this. Whether it's for a belt or not, I'm excited. But to have the chance to beat Taj whenever that comes, that'll be nice too.
I will give you my word that you will have that opportunity the moment that it arises. But right now, you have Manny in your way. Manny, why are you so quick to take fights? Every time I kind of ask you called you for a fight, you quickly jumped at it. Do you remember how this fight opportunity came to you when your
Yeah,
coach called you
my
up?
coach told me. Actually, I got a call from my coach late at night, and he doesn't really call me late at night. He can act like he does, but so he was calling me, and I was stoked. You know, when I get a call from him at nighttime, it means I got a matchup. So yeah, we got a matchup, and it's a huge opportunity, and I'm gonna jump on it because I'm in shape. I'm always in shape. I always train hard. I always eat clean. I live this. So
Josiah, you are fighting to come to the point where you are the interim USA champion. That belt will be on your waist with you winning. Um, have you done any type of study on your opponent?
Yeah, I have.
What have you seen about your opponent?
I know he likes to teep, and I know he likes to throw a left kick.
Have you done anything in your training study-wise to be more prepared for what you see in him?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Same question for you, Manny. Have you studied your opponent?
yeah, I've seen a couple of his fights.
To you guys, even though you're new in the game, yet you're experienced. You have experience well beyond your minimum years of training and fighting. But with that said, there's fighters that coming up in the game, or even people that's been in the game for a while that say they don't like to study their opponent. They just focus on themselves. What's your opinion on that, Josiah? First.
I mean, I think it's good to focus on yourself, but why not study up on your opponent and take any advantage you can get?
Manny?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we're all competitors. We're all human.
Now, a lot of fighters say this. I don't like to know anything about my opponent or get too much into it. I focus on myself. That's all good. But what do all the professional athletes in the world, like the top athletes in the world, what do? They go and they study. They watch the tape. Why would they do it if it's not good and beneficial for them? This is something that more fighters should do. I think that so they can be more prepared for their fights. With that said, some fighters also don't like to change it up. They kind of do the same thing. What they did last fight, they do it again next fight. Do you think that that's a good thing to do, or is it better to kind of like go back and fix something or look at your opponent so the fight training camp should be a little bit different? Josiah.
If what you're doing is working, keep doing it. It is Muay Thai, but it is a fight at the end of the day. You'd be looking to improve and add things to your game, add tools to your belt.
Danny?
Yeah. I try to. It's hard, right? Like, especially if you win a lot of fights, to look at it in a way that you can learn something from it. But I think it's your responsibility, whether you won or not, to look back on it and find out what you can improve on.
Next week, all eyes will be on you two. As one of you is going to walk out as the interim USA champion. Why, Josiah, do you feel that you will walk out with that belt on your waist?
Well, I'm confident because the preparation. My confidence is in my preparation. My gym works really, really hard. I'd be willing to bet that there isn't a gym out there that works harder than we do. We and the proof is in the pudding. We've come a long way in just a couple of years, and we've been making waves in the Midwest. Again, with my strength and conditioning, I don't think I've ever felt better, and I know what I'm capable of. No matter who it is, no matter who you guys put in front of me, Taj, Manny, whoever it is, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm going to do on next Saturday.
Manny, why next week do you see yourself walking out as the USA Freedom champion?
Yeah, I want to start off. I like that response. In the humblest way possible, I think the puzzle that he has to solve is harder than the puzzle I have to solve.
Can you explain a little bit more about that?
I think I introduce a lot more information mid-fight. And I think it's going to make him think a lot.
This is something that a lot of respectful fighters, they say, and I respect it. But we, as fighters, I would like to think that we're here, as a fighter, you're here to win. You're here to go to the next level. Yes, the belts, to some degree, it doesn't matter. But let's be real, right? When we're in a title fight, we're coming after that belt. That means we're going up the ladder. We're going up the food chain. Now, what does this not mean anything to you guys? And I want you to honest question. Does it not mean anything that you're fighting for the interim USA title, or does it? And I want an honest answer so I can understand you guys. Josiah first.
Oh no, it means a lot. I still look at this as a title fight. Even if it's not the real Freedom champion, I know Manny has the skills to be a champion. So I'm looking at this. It's like a real title fight, and I'm excited.
100% it is.
Excited to wear that belt around my waist.
Manny, same question for you. Like some fighters that say, "Oh, this doesn't mean nothing," but I would think that you coming here to walk away with the belt. What does that mean? Does that mean anything to you, whether you come out with the belt or not?
Yeah, I fight for more than just me. Everybody that follows me knows that. So this is everything to me.
Josiah, what is going to be something that separates you from Manny?
Probably the pressure. I'm going to be relentless.
You are a pressure fighter. And Manny, I think you're like a technician. Am I wrong in that, Manny?
No.
So, Josiah, is your pressure going to be what breaks your way to victory?
Indeed.
Manny, what's going to be what separates you from Josiah?
Just a different fighter. We're all human. We all have eight limbs. But I have my own little style, and I think the people that follow me in my journey are aware of it. I'm aware of it, and but that's not all I present, right? I'm serious too. I'm disciplined too. So while the people see the talent, that's a small percentage of it.
Last question. Obviously, the winner will get the opportunity to fight Taj Rueda. What would you say to Taj? If Taj was right here, right now, what would you say? Josiah first.
What would I say to Taj? Make sure you're ready. Whenever we get the call, make sure you're ready.
Manny.
Yo, what's up, Taj? What's up, bro? Nah, he knows it's nothing but love, man. Like, we're all chasing the same thing, We just want to be the best, the glory, the fire within us to be the best. But it's all love at the end of the day. Taj knows, Taj knows I like him.
Both of you gentlemen, you are very respectful, but I want you to know, and I'm not saying that to blow smoke. You guys are two of the best in this country. Make sure that you are very proud of yourselves. Make sure you understand how great you are in this sport. And young fighters, new fighters, they're looking up to you guys. Make sure you carry yourself. When you walk next week into that ring, remember how great you are. There's a reason why you're the one that's here fighting, for the opportunity to become the USA champion. The USA. Some fighters, they fight all their life. They don't ever get to sit on the table and talk to their family. Yeah, I was the United States champion. So, and you didn't just fight anybody. You fought the best, literally. So be proud of yourselves when you walk into that ring next week. Anything, Josiah, would you like to say to your family and friends before we close this out?
Thank you guys so much for your support. It really means so much. Playing how much. Shout out to all my teammates. Shout out to Nick Bigsmack, Proving Grounds. You guys are why I'm here. Why I'm so successful. I want to see Carlos, Taco Truck, and Danny get some title shots after they put on amazing performances next Saturday.
We're looking forward to you and to them as well.
Sure.
Manny, anything you'd like to say to your family, friends, anybody watching?
Yeah, just nothing but love and gratitude for all my teammates in the gym. Obviously, my crew. You know, definitely got to give a shout out to my sponsor, Drain Punch Carl. He's been backing me up for a long time, and my girlfriend, my mom, my family, everything, man. They all know. That's all love. They all know. And thank you, Josiah, man. Thank you for taking this fight.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just 9 days, two of the best Muay Thai fighters in this side of the world will be heading into the Freedom Ring to become a Freedom Champion, the United States Freedom Champion. On July 8th, if you cannot be there in person, you can tune in live on pay-per-view on FCLTV.com to watch Josiah and Manny fight to become the United States Freedom Champion. Freedom is coming. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much. God bless you both.
Good night. God bless you both.